As we said before, you don't have to do this alone. There are always resources available to help you. Books and websites, there's a list of them here. I don't know that I'll go into all of them, but these are our books that have come to our attention either through our clients or ones that we've found ourselves. The websites, particularly Cornell Law School's website on estate planning, is a very good resource. The ABA has some good published resources as well as a website, and AARP, I think somebody here said they were at the AARP website before, and yes, they do have some good resources there as well. We give you our trustee handbook that we update usually annually. We take a look at it and make sure that it's still providing good, solid advice. Strauss Associates, of course, is here to help you. We provide, in addition to our estate planning services, we have asset protection planning, we do business succession planning, charitable planning, estate and gift tax planning, IRA distribution planning, elder law, which is Medicaid and VA benefits. We have an elder law specialist in our Asheville office, Larry Hartley. We do probate and estate administration, wills and trusts, trust litigation. Steve Allen, who's not here, is in charge of our trust litigation and business litigation. We even do a number of different things. I'm now doing something called gun trusts. Any gun owners in the audience, if you're interested in learning more about that, I've got a brochure up at the table up front here. I'm surprised at how many numbers of my clients do own firearms and have never thought about how they want to pass those along. And they are very particular assets in the states and require particular handling. If there's no other questions at this point, we're going to thank you for your kind attention and attendance, and we will stick around a little bit and answer any questions that you may have.
You mentioned guns being a different type of thing. In the $13,000 allocation that you can give away each year, what if you gave that Picasso painting? Do you have to have that assessed? And
that's a very good question.
what if you gave away your coin collection, which contains 10 gold coins?
What if you give away, can you count in that 13,000, in other words, assets that are not so readily priced as cash or securities? Yes. So if you want to give away that Picasso and you have just taken it off the hook on the wall and handed it to your child and say, here, don't mention this because it's a valuable asset and I don't want it included in my estate, you've probably done your child a very, very grave disservice. One of the things that goes with particular types of assets, particular things like antiques and artwork, is that they have a particular value because of something called provenance. Provenance is the history of that particular asset. So if you've got that asset, you've also got the whole history of how it got from the creator of that artwork to you. And to the extent that you don't have a complete picture of that, and certainly trying to deceive the IRS and give it to somebody off the wall instead of through an estate, you have now lost that provenance and lost that link. And that can cost you in terms of the value of the item. So the IRS is used to that kind of view, and there's all kinds of things that you do in an estate with hard-to-value assets. If you've got hard-to-value assets, that's one of the things that I do specialize in. We all have subspecialties within the firm, and one of mine is hard-to-value assets, including guns and artwork, antiquities, and collectibles.
Artwork and collectibles vary so much in value from year to year, depending on what the market is.
The only value that we're concerned about is the date of death value, or the data transfer value, or when you have gifted it. So if you're going to give a piece of artwork, you should have it appraised. If you're giving it to a charity and it's worth more than $5,000, you have to submit a qualified appraisal with that gift in order to get the tax deduction. Any other questions? Like I said, we will stick around for a few minutes. If somebody has a question they don't want to speak out loud, come see us. Thank you again for coming.